This is the future of Yeezy. What's going on, everyone? Roszko here, we are back. So today we're gonna be taking a look at the new Yeezy Foam Runner. Now this sneaker slide was released on June 26th for a retail price of $75. How the release went down for this, it all started early in the morning. Ye jumped back on Twitter. He announced his formal partnership with Gap. We can expect that to be happening in 2021. And then throughout the rest of the day, it was just announcements after announcements after announcements. A Ye and Kid Cudi animated series coming later this year. And then Ye made the announcement that the Yeezy Foam Runner was now available. We hit the link, we got right on, we did the live stream. These were extremely limited. There was not many pairs that were made for this release, and you can tell because they only made them in full sizes. I quickly took an L. I wasn't able to get through Yeezy Supply, but luckily enough, I did know someone through the area around here that did hit on Yeezy Supply, and that is how I managed to secure my pair. I am extremely excited for it. This had to be one of the most anticipated sneakers for 2020 for me. I would say this and the Yeezy Quantum. It's just new, it's so different. And I did state, in the beginning that this is the future of Yeezy. I'm saying it's the future of Yeezy for what it represents and what we can expect in the near future. So let's dive into the Yeezy Foam Runner. And I will say, when you get it, it feels like a total new experience. And this is presentation to me. To make this feel even more special, even though you're probably like, what do you, like, it's just inside out. This made it feel like a whole new experience. And that's why, it just feels like this is something new. So it just comes in this normal brown box. There's absolutely nothing on here. And what I also love too is that they added a sealer on it, and then you open it up and then there it is. So basically this whole box, I wonder what they were thinking when they were sitting around the table of how they can kind of change the presentation of this.
Hey, let's just make the outside look like the inside.
That's a good idea. You have foam here at the top. Take the paper out. It says runner here on the side of the box. There you get the sizing tag and the official label of the shoe. So it just says Yeezy Foam Runner, and then the official colorway is called Ararat. The one thing I did find interesting about the sizing tag is the production date. It states that it was produced on 6/20, because these were released on 6/26 and they just made them on 6/20. Freshly made foam runners, which is unbelievable. Let me put everything back in here and we'll take a look at the foam runner. So this is the Yeezy Foam Runner in the Ararat colorway. Ararat is a mountain in Armenia. If you don't know, Kardashian's Kim, her heritage is Armenian. To have something that's named after that, I'm pretty sure it's probably a little tribute to her. Now, there's a lot to say. This is a Kanye West and Steven Smith designed sneaker. There's probably a lot more designers that would probably had some input in here. I've heard stories of Ye sitting there sandpapering the original first prototype of this. He's had 100% full input on this foam runner. And then you can also see the inspiration behind Steven Smith, who is the lead sneaker designer, in the oval shape here. You've seen that iconic ovals on the Yeezy 700. Well, it's back on here. And then you have this sort of weird, unique shape to it. It has that sort of dome feel to it on the toe box, which, your foot isn't like right on top of it. And I think that dome shape really helps the foam runner not crease and bend, because when you do walk in them, they don't curl up. They kind of hold that shape and they kind of cave in here on the sides. So, I've worn them for about a few hours or so, and there's legit no creasing on this at all. You can see like how aerodynamic or how much airflow is in here. I mean, this thing is all open from the sides, from the waves here across to the front of the toe box with this more just lines and holes in it. There's no logos, it's what he's always touted, is that the Yeezy brand has no logo, but there's no Adidas branding on here as far as super noticeable on the outside. But there is a little bit of a hidden 3 stripes, which I don't think a lot of people will catch, and I don't know if he did that on purpose. probably he did, but if you notice here, this wave across the Yeezy Foam Runner is in 3s. So that could be like a little, you know, a little message there for the 3 stripes. The first original prototype for this did have the huge Adidas logo on the back of the heel. Well, they decided to remove that, and they ended up putting the Adidas logo on the bottom here. You can barely notice it. You have to like squint your eyes to see it, but there is an Adidas logo here on the inside, which is really cool. It does have nice traction. I know a lot of people say, hey, I'm just gonna wear these in the house. These are meant to be worn throughout. You can wear them in the house, you can wear them outside, you can style these. These are so cool to style. On the inside of this has these bubbles, which holds as a grip. So when your foot slides in there, it will not move around. And I think it really works well because when you have socks and it feels like the little grips in there, it holds your foot in place. So something simple like that, just creating these little mounds. But there's no foot slippage in here like I would feel with the slide, where you move around on the slides and your foot can move side to side. You don't get that with these Yeezy Foam Runners. Now, one of the main focal features of this Yeezy Foam Runner isn't actually the foam runner itself. It's what it says here on the top inside, made in the USA. That's why I was going into how this is sort of the future of Yeezy, because he has stated in countless interviews, he wanted to bring manufacturing here in the US and said, you know, we want to make Yeezys here in America. He did it. He absolutely did it. So this Yeezy Foam Runner is made in the USA. Where in the USA is this made? I believe he has stated that this was produced in a factory in Atlanta. I know that was where the early samples were made, so I believe these are produced in the ATL. And I think that's why it took a little while for these to be made. What's been happening in the world with the pandemic, they had to probably slow down the production. Now, this foam runner is made up of this EVA foam. I believe it's 90% of it is made out of that EVA foam, but 10% is made up of algae. Again, why I'm stating that this is the future of Yeezy, because he wants to make more eco-friendly items. To have something that's eco-friendly and made from algae, I think that was really, really cool, and that's why I'm stating that this is definitely the future of Yeezy. It's not made out of 100% algae. I wouldn't be surprised later on in the near future that we'll get something that's made from 100% from algae if they can do that. And then last but not least is that this is very affordable. It retails for $75. I know right now you're probably jumping onto StockX and looking at the crazy resale prices. That always happens when it's like a first Yeezy that comes out. I mean, resale on this is going for 3 to 4 times, but this one, I will say, is it worth paying resale? If you can get it for like right around 200 bucks, I think it's good. They're gonna make more. You know, he stated Yeezys for everyone. Everyone will have another chance at getting this. There's already been a few other colorways I think they have planned, and they're gonna be coming out in full family sizing, just like all Yeezys. And then they'll have more colors. So this isn't like some sort of collaboration. This is a new Yeezy silhouette that's gonna be added to the lineup, and there'll be plenty of more colors coming very, very soon. I don't know when. Hopefully we get one more by the end of 2020. My best guess is probably sometime in 2021. I wanna touch on sizing. I know a lot of people are gonna have tons of questions on sizing. I just went with my 350 V2 size. That is it. All you gotta do is stick with your 350 V2 size and you'll be fine. If you never owned a Yeezy before and you wanna buy this, I always recommend going a half size up from your true size, but the Ararat only came out in full sizes. So if you're in that half size range, it's gonna depend on what feel you like. My always suggestion is to go up rather than to go down if you're in that half size range. I worn these, you know, I'm in that 11.5 range and I buy a size 12 in all Yeezys. I do have a little bit of wiggle room in here, but after I've been wearing these for about a few hours or so, it seems like it kind of forms to your foot because I notice it starts to like get a little bit more snug. My suggestion on sizing is just stick with your 350 V2 size, and if you're in that half size range, go up. Now, comfort. Comfort on the Foam Runner. This has to be one of the most comfortable things I've ever put on my foot. I think Boost is top of the line. And for me, this EVA foam algae material is right at that mark. Boost in this is as best as it gets. Feeling you get when you put these on is super squishy, and it just feels like you're walking on clouds. And a little bit different from what the Yeezy slides bring. Yeezy slides, I feel like, are a little bit firm. This one, I swear, you put your foot in, you move side to side, and you just sink into it, and it just feels so good. Comfort-wise, I put this at a 10 out of 10, for real. I think this is one of the most comfortable things I've ever put my foot in. Took me by surprise. I thought comfort was gonna be probably like the slides, which I say is like an 8 out of 10, but this beats it. Now that is the Yeezy Foam Runner. I don't expect there to be any more restocks of the Ararat. Maybe later this year we could, but it seems like when it comes to all Yeezys, the first colorway tends to be very, very limited. Hopefully we see more pairs coming this year in 2020 so everyone can get their hands on it. Yeezys for everyone, right? Definitely, this has to be one of the best sneakers for 2020. This is the future of Yeezy. So that is my video for you guys today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button for me and subscribe to the channel. And like always, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.